Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yeah, so glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chief and crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play with sports. I play my cards right. Now we're good with report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm the back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the freshmen, all the fresh boys.
High school, champions.
Yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is white and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. We shut it down for the school and the sports team. White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collegeville High School. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us tonight on a Friday evening in December. That can only mean one thing: high school basketball. And that's what we have for you tonight as your Collegeville K-Hawks play host to the East St. Louis Flyers. Again, my name is Todd Duke. Welcome in to tonight's pregame coverage, brought to you tonight by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, that is just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call, 618-343-3602, or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, the K-Hawks come into game number 3,079 in their 115th season. And in this particular instance, the 2022-2023 season, where Collinsville is off to a 4-2 start under their head coach Darren Lee, who is in his 14th year here at Collinsville High School, has 235 wins, 157 losses, and Coach Lee in his 34th year overall, coaching in game number 1001. He has a record of 700 wins and 300 losses in his 34th year. East St. Louis, they are coached by Mark Chambers. He is in his 5th year, and he has his team off to a 5-0 start, and that will put Mark Chambers up to 66-22 for his 4+ years. As I mentioned, Coach Lee picked up his 700th win as a head coach in Illinois, did so in his 1,000th game, and he's 8 games away from coaching in his 400th game for Collinsville High School, and 16 wins away from taking over 3rd place as CHS Coach Most Wins list. So that win that gave Coach Lee his 700th was a 60-37 win. The Kahawks home opener against Belleville West on Tuesday night. They held the Maroons to just 2 points in the second quarter. Senior Jake Wilkinson had 13 points in that contest, and Collinsville only turned the ball over twice in that whole entire game. Flyers, they are coming off of a win in the Tip-Off Classic in Rockford by downing Rockford East 65-64 with a Flyers layup basket at the buzzer. And then I think everybody kind of knows what happened after that. Flyers, by the way, won all 4 of their games in that Tip-Off Classic in Rockford. They scored 65 points or more in each game. They hit 70 once, and they got over 80 points twice in that tournament, including a high of 88. East St. Louis is coming off a 68-39 win at Alton Tuesday night in their Southwestern Conference opener. Caleb Rich with 25 points and 9 boards in that contest. Had a chance just a little while ago to catch up with Collinsville's head coach Darren Lee. We will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue, new injuries per se. Also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very practiced and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site, right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Another home game on the floor of Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as East St. Louis comes to town to take on your Collinsville Kahawks. And joining us now is Collinsville's head coach, Darren Lee. Coach, last game you played in, you got win number 700. I'm guessing you're finally glad to have that out of the way.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But, you know, more importantly, I thought it was a good win by the kids. And I just like to see us play well. And I think I thought that was our best game of the year for sure.
Tell me, did you do anything special to celebrate that night, or are you saving it for tonight?
No, I didn't. You know, went home with family and no, not really. Got some pictures, but you know, after the game, that's about it. But no, nothing really. So just went home. So I wish. The only thing is, you know, I didn't get Jackson's not here, so I would like to have been. He was there when we blew that Columbia game. So, but that's just the way it is. But yeah, so I'm looking forward. He'll come home hopefully here pretty soon from college.
I hear you've been carrying around that basketball for a few weeks too.
Yeah, probably have. Yeah. Those guys, Clay and Eric did. Yeah.
All right, let me ask you a non-basketball question. I saw over the fall a picture of you dressed as a high school football referee. I didn't even know you did that. How long have you been doing that, and where did that all come from?
Well, I did it when I was younger, and in Nashville. And I came over here, I quit, and last August, so I quit in 2009. Some of the guys asked me, somebody quit and they didn't have a referee. And I had done it varsity for quite a while, but that was when I was younger. And I said, okay. And I wasn't doing anything on Friday nights because I had retired from my assistant principal job here at the school. And, you know, we've got a shortage, and, you know, you can't say anything about it unless you try to put your money where your mouth is, right? So I said, well, okay, I'll go ahead. I know we got a shortage, and I'll do it for a few years when you guys need me. So that's the way that worked. And I even did a couple of these guys are on our varsity crew out here on the JV game, Ryan and Mike here, and and then a couple of guys that did a few junior high softball games just to help out too. So yeah, so I just try to help out when I can, when I'm available.
That's very cool. All right, let's talk about that Belleville West game. After a 13-13 first quarter, man, your defense clamped down, only 2 points allowed to Belleville West in that second quarter.
Yeah, I thought the kids did. You know, I was worried about that matchup that Adam had with number 3. You know, it's just tough on our big guys. They both have to come away from the bucket, and it worked out pretty well. They went out there and they guarded, and we didn't get exposed. And you know, Nick always does a great job. Nick held the Bird kid to 2 points, and then Jamori's defense has really improved. I thought he did a good job on number 4 out there. So really, everybody, and then Zach's always long inside, and so I thought they all did a good job. Yeah, well, and then KJ come in and did a great job. So yeah, we had a great team effort.
And you're spreading out the scoring as well. If Nick Horace would have had one more point, you would have had all 5 of your starters in double digits.
Wow, I didn't really look at that, but yeah, I think we're pretty balanced scoring with our starting 5, and that makes us harder to guard, and that's always you always like that as a coach, but obviously that's not something that can happen every time. If you have a Ray Sean Taylor or something, that's not going to happen. But yeah, this team's balanced, and all 5 of our starters can score baskets, and that's important.
I know you're a big stickler on cutting down the turnovers. Excuse me. And boy, did you! You only had 2 in the whole game.
How about that? That was amazing. And when I told them if we get under 5, we're going to win most games, and that was incredible effort by our kids. The only thing probably, if you want to, the only negative, we gave a few offensive rebounds, but we did not turn the basketball over. If we continue to do that, that'll make us a tough team to beat most of the time.
Yeah, I was going to touch on the rebounds on my next question here, because overall, 116 defensive rebounds and 53 offensive rebounds. I'm guessing you'd like to see that a little bit more even.
Yeah, we worked on it this week, and you're going to get more defensive, but really the key is how many offensive rebounds are you giving up to your opponents, and that's something you don't want to do. But this game against West, they pulled our bigs away from the basket, so they weren't in there. Like in the East game, I had them close to the basket, so like Adam got 11 defensive rebounds, and against West, I don't think he had any. So we really got to put a body on our man. Everybody does. We didn't do a real good job. Hopefully we can do a better job of that tonight. East St. Louis is a great offensive rebounding team, so that could cause us some problems.
You keep on leading me into my next question. You got East St. Louis tonight, one of the toughest teams around, man. How do you beat them?
Well, yeah, we could beat them. I mean, we just got to, but we're going to have to do what we just talked about, offensive, and slow Caleb Rich down. And he gets his way to the basket. We're really going to have to slow him down somehow and have him a big game. And then we're really going to have to defensive rebound, and it's going to be difficult.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
As Darren Lee, your Collinsville Kahok head coach, we'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, starting 5 for both sides, and we'll bring those to you next on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Shockwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time, and honestly I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahok fans, before, after, or even during Kahok games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus, they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live, as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
Your home is where you feel happy, safe, and secure. So if you see signs of foundation problems, like cracks or uneven floors, worrying is natural, and getting it fixed is crucial. Woods Basement Systems understands. We've been solving foundation worries since 1986. Woods experts have the training and equipment to make permanent repairs. So stop worrying, because with Woods, it's fixed forever. Foundation problems don't get better with time, they get better with Woods, the all things basement-y experts. Call or go to woodsbasementsystems.com today.
And once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. My name is Todd Duke. Dr. Chris McCluskey will be along here in just a moment. Let's give you the starters, shall we? For East St. Louis, you will find on the floor the 6'7" senior McCaleb Rich. Terrell Scott, a 6'2" senior also out there. Another senior, Cameron Boone. He stands at 6'10". Matter of fact, it's an all-5 starting senior lineup here for East St. Louis. Demarion Brown, a 6'8" senior, and McKinley Falconer, a 5'8" senior. For Collinsville, they will continue to start the same 5, and that would be Nick Horace, 6'3" junior. Jamori Weisinger, a 6' junior. Jake Wilkinson, the 6'4" senior. Adam Remar, the 6'6" senior, and Zach Chambers, the 6'8" junior. We welcome into the broadcast now Dr. Chris McCluskey. How are you, sir?
Doing great, Todd. Happy Friday to you.
Oh, I love it. It's Friday. I love Fridays. Fridays are awesome.
Friday. I'm the son of 2 teachers, so Fridays hold a special meaning.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
and I work for the school district, so yeah,
you're right there. You get it.
Right there. I'm like, okay, I'm out the door. It's Friday. I don't have to wake up tomorrow. I'm good.
Yeah, on Fridays we wear purple here in Collinsville, and I grew up in a purple town.
Well, there
I've
you
been
go.
wearing purple my whole life.
So you have the wardrobe already. You just had to change the language.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go.
Bulldog to a Kahok.
All right, JV game. That went the way of East St. Louis. So the JV team is now 1-2 on their young season. Collinsville actually had a lead in that contest after the first quarter was over. It was 11-8. East St. Louis came back, held Collinsville only 6 points in that second quarter, and East St. Louis had a 1-point lead at 17-16. They blossomed that up to 11-point lead at the end of 3 when it was 34-25, and the final score ended up being 42-35 in favor of East St. Louis. Chase Reynolds had the high points for Collinsville in that contest with 13. Chad Burgess announcing the Collinsville starting lineup to the nice-sized crowd that is here tonight.
Packed house, baby. Packed house. And Chad Burgess, best PA announcer in the Southwest Conference.
Yeah, he lost his voice the other day. Went to a Blues game last night. I said, you probably didn't yell too much because they're not that good.
No comment, Todd.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't know what to think of that Blues team, to tell you the truth. All right, we are just about ready to go. You folks that are always with us may have noticed that the comments have been turned off for this game, and that was on purpose. And I think most of you will know why we turned off the comments on this game. So, a no-comment game. I'm good with that because I look down at the comments sometimes and lose my mind.
We'll handle all the commentary
We'll
tonight.
handle all the commentary tonight. All right, Kahok's come in here. Here's a stat that I circled for you right here. Total rebounds for the whole year. Collinsville has 53 offensive rebounds and 116 defensive rebounds. We talked about Tuesday night in that win over Belleville West, the lack of offensive rebounds, and that proves it right there.
We did. Offensive rebounds really hurt us, and we ended up pulling away, during that game. But offensive boards kept Belleville West in that game. And tonight you just can't. There are no errors.
Cameron Boone out there along with Zach Chambers, and we are underway. East St. Louis wins the tip-off, and they have control of the ball first. Here with it on the wing is Falconer. Falconer on the near side sideline trying to get around Weisinger, both of them wearing number 5. And then over onto the far side wing, a pickup there by Scott, and inside, back outside. They're going to go underneath. Remar had a hold of that ball, and now it's going to be a jump ball called and possession arrow in favor of Collinsville since East St. Louis won the tip-off.
Remar had great position on the big guy. He was kind of behind him over on the side, and as soon as the ball came in, he jumped the ball almost like a defensive back in football. So here comes Collinsville.
Here is Nick Horace. He'll bring the ball up, right-hand dribble, crosses the timeline over near the left wing. Picks up that dribble. Now he needs a little bit of help, trying to spin out of it. He gives it to Weisinger at the top of the key. Back over to Horace. We're just underway here in quarter number 1. Matter of fact, we're about 40 seconds in. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger Gives it up in the corner to Horace. Horace from the left wing pulls up, has that partially blocked, and Remar helped him out. Horace gets it back, rattles but won't fall, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers bring it back up. Here is Falconer. He'll drive all the way, take an off-balance shot, won't go. Rebound belongs to Zach Chambers. Chambers gets it out real quick to Horace. Horace this time skirts up that far sideline in front of the scorer's table. He has Rich right in front of him. Gives it up now for Wilkinson, and a whistle on the play. And we're going to have our first foul handed out, and this one is going to go against Cameron Boone for East St. Louis.
Yeah, fast-paced game so far. Collinsville's going to have to shoot the ball well from the perimeter, I believe, to stay in this game. And here come the Kahawks on a half court.
Around the Wilkinson it goes, over to Horace on the left wing. Top of the key to Weisinger. He'll launch a three. Hits that fat part of the iron and comes right back out to where it was shot from. But the rebound, that belongs to East St. Louis. And the Flyers work it up court in another dipsy doodle try there. No good. Rebound belongs to Collinsville after it was initially grabbed by East St. Louis, but they lost the handle as they were pulling it down. Weisinger for three again. This one tips across the rim, and Collinsville having a hard time hitting the first couple of three-pointers they try as East St. Louis picks up their third rebound of this game.
Yeah, both teams shooting 0% from the field tonight,
You're
Todd.
not kidding. Here is McCaleb Rich. He leads the team in scoring. East St. Louis has played 5 games, but only 3 of them have been recorded on the STL site, so I do not have complete stats. So when I mention something involving East St. Louis, it'll be averages and percentages.
Yes.
Rich gets the scoring started.
Yeah, so nobody scores. East St. Louis did a good job of slowing it down. They put the ball in their scorer's hand, and he just drives to the hoop and puts the ball off the glass. Here comes Nicky Horace.
There is Mr. Horace, Quincy Cotton Tony.
Nicky
that was
Quincy.
fun. Cotton Tony.
Tony Cotton.
Tony Cotton, that's it. Yeah. And a try for Collinsville, no good. Rebound being fought for, still being fought for on the ground, and this time it'll belong to East St. Louis. Out rebounding Collinsville right now 4-2. They give the ball to Rich. Rich at the top of the key. Crossover dribble, thought about a three for a moment, gives it up in the corner. That is for 3, and that's a miss by Scott. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis once again. They'll give it outside to Scott. He'll dribble, he'll drive, he'll put an underhand layup up. Won't go. Rebound put back up, still won't go. And now we're going to have a Collinsville foul.
Yeah, Collinsville not doing a very good job of boxing out. Again, allowing too many offensive rebounds. And you give East St. Louis second and third chances, and it could be a long night here. So they're going to have to do a better job of bodying up. At any rate, number 24.
Zach Chambers with the foul to the free throw line to Marion Brown, and Brown will hit the first one as he comes in at 61.5%.
Well, I'd say if you told me before the game we would hold East St. Louis to 3 points with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, I'd be happy. But the problem is we have to score 2.
That's true. Boone makes both, or excuse me, Brown makes both. Put the score into the wrong guy.
Here comes number 5, Jamori Weisinger, the talented junior guard, off to Remar.
Remar pulls in the perimeter underneath, and a strong move by Zach Chambers, and he got hit from behind. And that one is going to be the second foul against Cameron Boone.
I like that aggressiveness out of Mr. Zach Chambers, number 44, the big junior. He was going for the dunk on that.
Yeah, he was. So Chambers to the free throw line where he is 2 of 3 on the year. Doesn't get up there very often, but makes him count when he does, and Collinsville is on the board, and it only took 5 minutes and 9 seconds to get a score on the board for Collinsville.
6'8" junior Zach Chambers with the left hand from the line.
Misses the second one, and the rebound belongs to the Flyers. Flyers are pulling down some early boards here in this contest. Here is Scott. He's across the line. Hands the ball off to Falconer. Falconer will take it into the slot area between the top of the key and the midcourt logo. 5:35 to play here in this opening quarter. Here is Brown, another 6'8" kid on the floor. Foul by Collinsville just when they got their hands on the ball, and Collinsville will pick up their second foul. This one will be the first one to Jamari Weisinger.
Yeah, looked like a clean block, but then Brown goes down to the floor, maybe got him with the body. At any rate, he's going to get another chance at 2 free throws here from the charity stripe.
Yeah, Demarion Brown has already hit 2, so we know he can do that. First one on the way, and that one's the old jinx. Here is Antoine Robinson, who we understand did not play in the game Tuesday against Alton.
So Robinson back in the game for the Flyers. Flyers up 4-1.
And the second one made, so 3 for 4 for Demarion Brown. And Collinsville trying to dig into this 4-point lead. Thankfully, it is only a 4-point lead. Here is Weisinger. Weisinger comes up this near side, gives it to Remar. Remar on the left wing, goes the opposite way. Horace did a great job not falling out of bounds. Gives it up to Wilkinson, who gives to Weisinger. No look pass. Remar outside. Here's a three-pointer by Nicky, and no, it did not work. And the rebound once again belongs to the Flyers. Flyers bring it up, and then they almost lost it. They get it all over to Robinson. Robinson in front of the Kahok bench. Comes in from that left wing, bounces the ball inside to Brown. Brown underneath the basket, kicks it back outside for Scott. Scott comes in, gives it back to where it came from, and Brown gets his first 2-point field goal in this contest, and it's 7-1 in favor of East St. Louis. And Coach Lee would like a timeout, and a full timeout it is. We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Lottie's Cafe offers food, cocktails, and gaming in a great atmosphere highlighted by fast and friendly service. Lottie's Cafe also offers a unique menu that features soups and salads, sandwiches and paninis, pizza and flatbreads, appetizers and desserts, as well as breakfast. That's right, we said breakfast. Unique breakfast items such as a breakfast stromboli, a breakfast BLT, and breakfast burritos. Lottie's also offers creative cocktails, a wine bar, the coldest beer around, and a video gaming area for those 21 and older. And don't forget the Lottie's Cafe gift certificates. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem. Check them out online at lottiescafe.com, on Facebook, or in person in the Strip next to the Walmart Neighborhood Market. Or call Lottie's Cafe at 618-223-8256. Lottie's Cafe, Collinsville's hidden gem.
Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey back with you from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, where Collinsville is down by 6. 3:42 left to play here in this first quarter, and Collinsville, I kind of figured that Coach Lee was going to call a timeout after that.
Yeah, Collinsville just not shooting the ball well from the floor. You know, they're going to, we said it earlier, they're going to have to shoot the ball well to have a chance, and now they started giving up the paint, so I think Coach Lee said, hey, you guys got to, you know, buckle it up on the paint, in the paint, and take some better shots.
Here comes Horace. He zigzags his way across the mid-court logo and gives it up top of the key for Wilkinson. Underhanded pass back to Horace. Horace looking for Weisinger. Finds him over here on the left wing. Gives it back to Horace. Inside the perimeter to Remar. Remar, he's got some room to back into the paint. He does so. Nice move. 2 points.
Yeah, nice little drop step baby hook by 42 Remar. That brings Collinsville to within 4 with just over 3 left.
Here is Falconer. Falconer looks back to his coach, Mark Chambers, and throws the ball away. I'm sure that's not what Coach told him to do.
Yeah, miscommunication. Number 1, Terrell Scott was slashing to the bucket, and hopefully Collinsville can capitalize on that turnover.
Yeah, Falconer threw to the spot that Scott was at, not where he ended up, that's for sure. Here's Weisinger. He'll give it up to Zach Chambers. Chambers on the outside of the perimeter. Free throw line shot. Wilkinson, good for 2.
Good. Here comes Collinsville. Now they're getting their feel. Back to within 2 with 2:48 left. Here come the Flyers.
Falconer brings it up. Once again, looks over at his coach and gives it up now for Rich. He gives it up for Brown. Brown from inside the paint takes the shot, makes it count. And Brown now with 7 of the 9 points on the board for East St. Louis. Here is Weisinger, who loses the ball and then hip checked Falconer out of the way. Got away with something there.
Absolutely.
Here is a 3-point try. That one rolls off the rim. Collinsville 0 for 4 now from beyond the 3-point stripe. Here comes Falconer after another rebound. That's the 10th point of this first quarter for East St. Louis. Top of the key, Rich. He goes for 3, and that's good.
Boy, that's a big shot with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Collinsville's going to have to answer from beyond the 3-point arc here to have a chance against the Flyers.
Here's Remar over to Weisinger. Jamori into the corner. Bluffs the shot, does Horace. Gets around one underneath, and that one is stuffed by Brown. And that ball belongs to the East St. Louis Flyers, and another 3-pointer from the corner for Antoine Robinson.
Yeah, what was a 2-point lead just turned into a 10-point lead real fast.
You ain't kidding. There's Weisinger. Weisinger over under the wing for Wilkinson. Into the corner now for Weisinger. Weisinger trying to dribble his way out, picked up his dribble. Now he needs help. Got it from Chambers. Chambers supplied a screen there. Thought for a minute Weisinger might go for a three. Outside we go once again to Horace. Over onto the far side now for Wilkinson. Bounce pass into the perimeter for Remar. Remar trying to back his way into the paint again. Does so. And he out of bounds. That's going this way. And Collinsville will get to keep the ball. I thought for a minute Remar might have traveled.
I think he probably got away with the travel there. Into the game comes number 34, Khalil Thorpes-Watt, the junior out of Collinsville. Nicky Horace, Tony Cotton Horace will bring the ball out at the baseline.
The Rucker boys, transfers from Althoff this year, are into the game. Danico Rucker, the 6'5 senior, and Danine Rucker, the 6'4 junior.
Southwest Conference fired up the transfer portal this year, didn't
they? Did. You are correct.
Turnover Collinsville.
Yeah. They only had 2 in that whole entire game against Belleville West. That was their second one here in this first quarter. 15-5. Collinsville's behind the 8 ball here. Here is Weisinger. Comes up the near sideline, being bumped the whole way by one of the Rucker boys. A shot no good, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis.
Yeah, Collinsville just having trouble shooting the basketball here, and it's proving detrimental.
And this time the rebound belongs to Collinsville. That's only their third, and now we're going to have a foul, and this one is going to go against Danine Rucker. His first, team third.
You know, Rucker's 6'4", and he looks short out there on the court. I mean, that's the size advantage that East St. Louis has tonight.
Yeah.
Which, again, is why Collinsville's going to have to shoot the ball better.
Here is Horace. Does a little spin move to try to get away from Robinson. Now over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson outside the lane. Tried to get it into the hands of Zach Chambers, but that was picked off. And a no-look pass into the paint. Rucker has to turn around and throw it back outside. Does so to Brown. Brown puts it up outside for Robinson. Back to Brown. And no-look pass once again to Rucker. Rucker turns around, takes a shot from the free throw line. No good. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Camps are going to have to work for some rebounds here in this one as we've played one quarter. And East St. Louis has a 15-5 advantage. Back with quarter number 2 here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking, conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage, for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. East St. Louis with the lead and the ball. Here is Rucker, one brother to another brother into the corner. And they'll play catch for a while until that long rainbow three-point shot misses the mark. And the rebound belongs to Collinsville. Collinsville out-rebounded in that first half, 11-4.
Here comes Weisinger. Oh, turnover.
There's another turnover. And up with it is Rucker, and no good. Rebound belongs to Rich, who slams it home with authority.
Yeah, he brought down the house. He didn't have to think about that one, did he?
Nope, not at all. 17-5. Flyers have the lead. Weisinger crosses the timeline over here on this near side sideline. Gives it back up now for Horace. In the logo, over to Wilkinson for 3. That one looks off the mark as well. And they volley for their loose rebound. Collinsville picks it up. They'll throw it back out front. Horace has all kinds of room underneath. No look pass off the glass. Good for 2 for Chambers.
Good athletic rebound by Thorpes-Watt to set that one up. Back out to Horace to Chambers. Good for 2. Brings Collinsville to within 10.
There is Rich. Rich being watched by Horace. He'll give the ball up, and a pickoff by KJ Thorpe-Watt, and that's a foul. That is a foul. That's going to go against Michaela Rich.
I love that. Khalil was going up for the dunk, baby. And Michaela Rich was having nothing to do with it. He fouls him. He's still on the court. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, he doesn't look like he's in pain. I think he's just mad that he got a foul called against him.
I think he is too. I think he thought he stuffed it, but
Yeah.
he got him with the body. But, dude, Khalil Thorpe-Watt elevated on that. I thought he was going to go for the layup. He was going for the 5-slamma-jamma, baby.
Yeah, he was. KJ at the free throw line. He is 4 of 8 from the charity stripe this year so far.
Well, and his athleticism is really important tonight on the floor against East St. Louis.
High arcing shot that misses. Got to have these, man. Got to have the freebies.
Yeah, they call them free throws for a reason.
Second attempt, and that one rolls the same way. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis, so Collinsville 1 for 4 from the free throw line, and a whistle on the play. Not sure what it's for. You?
I don't either. I don't know why he just blew that ball dead, but he did. So
Yeah.
St. Louis is going to have the ball out here from the hash mark.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah. Just felt like blowing my whistle, making sure it works.
Didn't
making
even
sure
say-
it works.
Didn't even say why.
Yeah. All right. Here is Deneen Rucker. Rucker gets out of a double team, spins, gives it up now once again for Brown. Brown kicks it outside, three-point shot on the way, rattles won't fall, rebound, that belongs to Rucker. Into the corner, here comes another three-point shot. That one misses the mark as well. And the rebound again belongs to...
Yeah. You give up those offensive rebounds, you're just not going to stop East St. Louis. That's all there is to it.
19-7. Handoff goes to Wilkinson. Wilkinson pulls up in the perimeter. He gets fouled by Antoine Robinson. Robinson will pick up his first. That is a shooting foul to the line. The leading scorer for Collinsville, Jake Wilkinson, to the free throw line. Came in with 91 points, and from the line, 73.9%, 17 of 23 coming into this one.
Yeah, I like having Jake at the line. I'm not sure about an 18-foot contested shot at
Yeah.
this point in the game, but it turns into a bucket. And here comes Remar for the junior Chambers. So number 42 senior Adam Remar back in the game. Wilkinson gets one more shot.
Well, let's make it count. And he does. Did all the rattling it could before it fell in, but it fell in. 19-9, 10-point lead for East St. Louis. Here is Deneen Rucker once again. Rucker throws it up to the top of the key for Brown, a give and go, and the go part was put in by Antoine Robinson. He now has 5 off the bench.
Council's coming out with a brand new 1-2-2 sort of half-court press, but we're giving up the back court.
Here's a three-pointer by Weisinger. That's nothing but net.
That's what Collinsville needed to keep this in the game. Here we are again with just over 5 left in the first half. This could be a close game or a 20-point game when we go into halftime, Todd.
Rich dumps it off underneath, and Brown makes him pay for 2 more points. Brown now in 9 points. I was going to say double digits, but I was off by 1.
Well, Collinsville's new defensive set's just leaving the paint wide open.
Well, that one is off of the tennis shoes of Antoine Robinson and out of bounds.
Collinsville going to have, they're scoring some points now, but they're going to have to secure the paint. You know, if you're just giving up layups every possession, you don't have a chance.
Weisinger all the way back out front, and he gets it right back from Horace. Jamari, free throw line. KJ. Jamari said, I'll shoot another three-pointer, and this one rattles off and rolls out of bounds. Collinsville's 5th turnover of this game.
Yeah, Jamori hits a three-pointer on the last possession. He tries again. It's off the mark. So, again, just under 5 minutes left. It's an 11-point game. We'll see what happens here in the last few minutes of the half. Collinsville back to their man defense.
There is Rucker. He'll underhand the ball over to Rich. Rich, top of the key, thought about it, gives it up, and Collinsville picks it off. 3rd turnover for East St. Louis. Remar got in the way of that pass. Here's Horace. Horace inside for Remar. Remar looking for some room to back into the paint. He does. Turn around shot good.
Yeah, nice little baby hook by number 42. He makes a living off that, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
And he's really worked hard over the summer, so Collinsville to within 9 points.
Over to Robinson. Robinson in front of the Kahok bench. moves up to the top of the key. Inside the perimeter, takes an off-balance shot, no good. Collinsville pulls down the rebound. They need more of those, do the Kahawks. We're halfway through quarter number 2. Collinsville down 23-14. Over on the far wing, Weisinger, or excuse me, that was KJ, gives it up for Horace. Horace over to Weisinger, back over to Horace in the corner, all the way over into that right side, in front of the East St. Louis bench. Nice move to get around Rucker and then throws it back out front to Wilkinson. Wilkinson back over to Horace. Horace inside for Remar once again. He's thinking about backing into the paint once again, but this time he goes back outside. Weisinger for 3. Oh, that one so close. He did. He got pushed back. No call on the play. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. They bring it up. Here is Rich off the glass. Good for 2.
Oh, nice move. Double clutch by Rich. And big turn of events. I mean, that's a 5-point turnaround. Jamori hits that 3. You know, we miss, and then we give up 2.
30-second timeout. We'll step aside for that long as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Pack Mail of Collinsville. Locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke is my name.
Dr. Chris McCluskey here as Todd Duke's favorite color man.
That's right. Let everybody know that. Here
Todd
is
Duke
Horace.
makes it make it easy. He's the best in the business.
Horace over to Remar, and Horace gets it back over on the right wing. 3:05 left to play here in quarter number 2. Collinsville moving it around the outside. And here comes Wilkinson from in front of the free throw line, gets it to fall.
Yeah, we got to get Jake Wilkinson in the basketball game, right? He's our leading scorer. I like that nice little runner, brings Collinsville to within 9 again with 2:48 left.
Yeah, got to get it back down into single digits before you can make any farther move than that. Into the corner it goes. And that is Davis Bynum, who is into the game for the first time. 6'7" junior, and a whistle on the play.
Yeah, Collinsville back into their man defense. They tried a 1-2-2 half-court press. That did not work as we gave up the paint. So Collinsville's defensive game has been more effective here the last 2 minutes of the half.
Chambers back into the game as Weisinger goes to the bench. Inbound comes into Brown. Brown inside the perimeter to Rucker. Rucker's shot rolls across the rim, picked up by Zach Chambers on the rebound. Collinsville bringing it back up. 2:25 to play here in this first half. Here is Horace. Horace gives it up, and it's picked off by Bynum. And they'll bring it down the other way and throw it away themselves. How about that?
Yeah, Collinsville has got to get used to East St. Louis athleticism, right? We've made some easy passes, some floaters. East St. Louis is going to pick those off every time.
Yeah, if he would have thrown the ball over here to Wilkinson the first time, probably would have made it, but then he double clutched, and that allowed East St. Louis to get in front for the interception. Flyers, they'll inbound in front of the Kahawk bench. They'll do so into the backcourt, one Rucker to the other. Deneen to Deneko. Over onto the wing now, that is Bynum again. Bynum into the corner for Scott. Scott.
Oh, he walked.
Yeah, well, he threw the ball away anyway. We'll take it. Collinsville brings it back up after the 5th turnover by the Flyers. Free throw line, off shot, good.
Here comes Jake Wilkinson, number 20, the senior, brings Collinsville to within 7 points with 1:50 left.
There is Deneen Rucker. Rucker stands deep outside the perimeter, gives it up for Scott. Scott dribbles, top of the key. Over onto the wing, into the corner. Bynum once again for 3. That one hits the inside of the rim. Comes down right in the right spot for Chambers to pull down another board. Here comes Collinsville with a chance to dent into that lead just a little bit more. Over to Horace. Front of the East St. Louis bench now to KJ Thorpes-Watt. To Zach Chambers. A handoff back to KJ, and we'll go outside now for
there's
Wilkinson.
Another one. Gosh darn it.
Yep. And here is Bynum, and tell you what, that could have went either way, but they're going to give that one to Collinsville, and it's going to go against Wilkinson.
Yeah, and I'd rather make him earn them from the line, but Collinsville just got to understand you cannot lob passes against these guys. They're way too athletic.
No, not these lob passes that stay up in the air for 5 seconds.
Not going to happen.
No.
Right?
To the free throw line goes Davis Bynum. Bynum 4 for 6, or well, 66.7%. I have no idea what he did in the 2 games that aren't on there, but he misses that one.
I'll tell you what, Zach Chambers, the junior, doing a much better job of getting position to rebound, which is what's kept this game fairly close. You know, we were in danger of really letting this get out of hand, so kudos to the Kahawks for keeping the game here.
And he misses both of them. Collinsville with the rebound on a save from going out of bounds, and then they almost turned the ball over again.
Well, that's going to be out of bounds on East St. Louis. Collinsville's going to get the ball with 1:03 left, down 7. You know, if I'm Collinsville, I'd probably hold for the last shot here and go into the locker room and regroup.
At least give it a try.
You know.
Inbound pass comes in to Wilkinson. Wilkinson over to Horace. Horace cuts diagonally across the midcourt logo and gives it back to Jake Wilkinson. He gives it up inside for Zach Chambers. He's in the paint, has to kick it back outside. Not a lot of room there. Gives it back to Chambers. Chambers, turn around, shot, can't get it to go. Rebound, that belongs to Collinsville thanks to East St. Louis. And better watch out, you almost gave that ball up. Yeah, there is Remar. Remar, turn around, shot, good for 2.
Woo, baby, off the glass on the short side. Collinsville within 5 with just under 30 seconds left. Here come the Flyers.
Jayhawks were down by 10 at the end of 1. They've crept back to within 5. And now the Flyers will play for the last shot. Here is Falconer. Falconer will give it up to Rich.
You know who's going to take this shot.
Oh, yeah. Rich is a big, thick kid, man.
Oh,
6'7", loads of muscle. Over on the far side, wing back to Falconer. He cuts across the lane, gives it up. Scott for 3, no good at the buzzer. And that is the way that this one comes to an end after 1/2 of play. Collinsville trails the East St. Louis Flyers by 5 at 20-25. That brings us into our halftime show, brought to you by Woods Basement Systems, all things basementy. Since 1986, Wood Basement Systems has been doing their thing, taking care of your house and your basement, because that's part of your house. Give them a call at their Collinsville headquarters, 618-708-4055. We'll take a break here. We'll add up our stats and get some out-of-town scores for you. All that and more coming up on the Woods Basement System halftime show here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahawk Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking LLC, 618-960-9346, or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500. Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahok sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox. The Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Jason Regg is a proud sponsor of your Collinsville Kahawks on the Kahawk Sports Network. For all of your investment needs, see Jason Regg at his Edward Jones office at 1008 Vandalia Street in Collinsville, or call Jason at 618-344-0252 or visit edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Todd Duke here, proud member of the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Whether you call us teachers' aides, paraprofessionals, or educational assistants, it all comes down to one thing: taking care of students. More importantly, your student. Yes, we are there for the teachers, and we help them in any way possible. But our goals are in line with our teachers in that we want to see our students succeed at not only being a student, but well beyond that as we ready them for the world outside of the classroom. We are Union Strong. We are Kahawk Strong. We strive to help students reach their potential. We are the Collinsville Educational Assistants Association. Go Kahawks! Are you looking to update the appeal of your home's interior? Look no further than Hayden Interiors, LLC. Hayden Interiors, LLC is owned and operated by former Kahawk graduate Nick Hayden. Hayden Interiors, LLC will help you get that new look that you want for your home. Flooring, baseboards, doorways, as well as interior renovations or interior additions, kitchen, living room, bedroom, hallways, basements, stairways. Let Hayden Interior LLC help you find the look that you want. Call Nick Hayden today at Hayden Interiors LLC, 618-772-6790 for your free estimate. Hayden Interiors LLC, on budget, on time, every time. That's Hayden Interiors LLC. Call Nick at 618-772-6790.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Woods Basement Systems halftime show. Let's take a look at some of the out-of-town scores that we have for you right now. Triad over Civic Memorial, 24-19. That game's at halftime. Red Bud and Westland are tied at halftime at 19 each. Edwardsville's got the better of Belleville East right now, 21-16. That game also at halftime. Waterloo has a 29-27 lead over Muscuda at halftime, and in the second quarter, Altoff right now has a 2-point advantage over Mount Vernon, 13-11. All right, stats from this game. Leading scorer, that's shared on the East St. Louis side as Michaela Britch and Demarion Brown each have 9 points. Antoine Robinson off the bench with 5 points, and Danine Rucker off the bench with 2 points. Leading scorer for Collinsville is their leading scorer, Jake Wilkinson. He has 8 points. Adam Remar has 6. Jamori Weisinger with 3, and Zach Chambers with 3. Collinsville getting out-rebounded in this one, 15-10. Kahawks have turned the ball over 7 times compared to 5 for East St. Louis. From the lines, each team has gone 3 of 6 from the free throw line. Collinsville 1 of 8 from three-point land, while East St. Louis has hit 2 of 8 from three-point land. East St. Louis had a 10-point lead when it was 15-5 after 1 quarter of play. Collinsville then got the better of the Flyers in that second quarter, outscoring them 15-10, and chopped that 10-point lead down to 5, which is where we stand right now at 25-20. That is a look at your Woods Basement Systems halftime show. All things basement-y. Again, give Wood Basement Systems a call at their Collinsville office, 618-708-4055. Second half action comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Once again, welcome back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey along with you. Glad that you're with us here on this December Friday evening. Everybody getting their fair share of Christmas shopping done?
Shopping, that's not my category.
Yeah, no, I hear you there. I do stuff online now more than I do anything. I don't like going out to these busy places. All right, we're underway. Here is Nick Horace to Weisinger as we switch ends of the court. Collinsville shooting at the basket all the way over to the right of your screen. And here is Weisinger. Collinsville 1 of 8 from beyond the three-point stripe, and that one belongs to Jamori. By the way, on the year, Collinsville 26 of 68 from beyond the three-point stripe. 38.2%, not bad, but not good in this game yet.
Well, you know, back in the day, that'd be really good.
Oh, yeah.
But the game's changed, right? Yeah. East St. Louis going with a large lineup here.
And a three-point shot from Weisinger. Didn't even hit the rim, hit off the left side of the basket on that one, and the rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Flyers looking for their first points here in the second half. They give it up to Scott. Scott will hand the ball off to Rich. Rich trying to enter, had that ball knocked out of his hands, and Scott saves his bacon. Then Scott loses the ball, but he picks it up himself, gives to Falconer, and over on the far side, that's Boone. Back over to Falconer.
Little hot potato.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Shot, no good. Rebound, who wants it?
Hot potato.
Man, you ain't kidding. Now it's going to be a shot in the basket by Brown. Brown, the first player in the double digits now. He has 11. Here comes Nicky Horace. He runs out of room, throws it into the corner for Weisinger. A little slingshot pass out front. Round the horn it goes. Here is Horace once again. Hop, skip, and a jump, and over the back was Boone. Knocked the ball right out of his hands. And another turnover for Collinsville will give them 8 into the corner. Falconer for 3, a little bit too short, and Collinsville pulls down the rebound.
Collinsville boxed out well. I like that. We're going to have to rebound this half.
Here is Horace once again. Cuts across the free throw line, gives it up for Remar, and Remar did a nice job banking that off the body of Falconer as he was heading out of bounds.
Sure did. Nick Horace is doing a great job. He's playing patient basketball, but he's looking to drive, and you're not going to drive against the size of East St. Louis. We need Nicky to start shooting the 3-ball, I think.
I think that would be a wise decision. Here is one of our big men, and that is Zach Chambers. He banks it off the glass, but couldn't get it up there far enough, and it rolls off the rim for another East St. Louis rebound. Here comes Rich. Rich throws the ball away, but he's going to be pushed from behind by Weisinger first.
Yeah, Rich lost the ball, but Jamori playing good aggressive defense, which I like. And even though Jamori not shooting the ball well, I like that he came out, and went ahead and took a shot. They say you can shoot your way back into a game.
Yeah. Inbound pass comes under the Flyers' basket all the way back out to midcourt to Falconer. Falconer dribbles his way over to the near side sideline. Back the other way he goes. Top of the key, he'll give it up to Rich. Rich dribbles. Spins in the perimeter, gives it back up, and it goes to Brown. Brown will try a shot from about 8.5 feet out, and that one's good for Brown. And Brown now with 13 points, 29-20. Collins back down by 9.
Poor Nick Horse is having to make a living out of guarding D1 guys here in the Southwest Conference.
Here is Nick. He dribbles, and the corner it goes. Wilkinson for 3, a little bit too strong. Rebound falls into the hands of Zach Chambers, so Collinsville gets it back. Another 3 from Weisinger. That one misses the mark as well, and the ball stays in Collinsville's possession after it goes out of bounds.
Man, credit 44 Zach Chambers. He is keeping Collinsville in this with his rebounding game, trying to get his guards going from beyond the arc.
We'll be on somebody's newscast tonight, not sure whose, but cameraman from one of the local channels is here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. They don't have like these, there's a steal. That's a big-time steal there. And Falconer turns it into 5 points.
Yep, Jake Wilkinson got his picket pocket, but here comes Collinsville.
His picket pocked?
Did I say that?
Yes.
Pocket picked.
Glad I'm not the only one that can mess up the English language.
Boy. Collinsville's going so fast, I tried to go fast.
And a traveling call against Wilkinson right in front of his bench. That is the 10th turnover for the Kahawks, coming off a game in which they only turned the ball over twice Tuesday night against the Maroons.
Well, the 5-point lead turns into a 6-point lead. Just when Collinsville kind of starts sniffing it, and then it kind of slides away from us.
Now it's an 11-point lead. Hey, you closed that gap, man. You outscored them 15-10 in the second quarter, and now you just gave all that back.
Yep, back to the half-court game for the Flyers. Big number 0, McCaleb Rich. Is he the guy going to Cal State forward?
I think so, yeah.
I think so, too.
And we are climbing up toward halfway through this quarter. Collinsville still looking for their first point. Here is Rich. Top of the key. Gives it up once again for Brown. Back to Rich. Rich will just back it up. Slingshot pass in front of his bench to Scott, and that's out of bounds off of Scott, and that's going to belong to Collinsville.
Yeah, Scott thought he got fouled because there was some body contact, so he just gave up on it, and no foul called. So here comes Collinsville with a chance to bring it less than 10 points.
Here is Wilkinson. There's something on the floor down there, isn't there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Not sure if it's just tinsel from one of the dance team's little competition outfits. There you go. That's a nice shot by Wilkinson.
Jake Wilkinson cuts the lead to 9 for East St. Louis. Dance team did a great job at halftime, by the way.
Always do.
Daughter Kendall McCluskey and my redheaded stepchild Kinley Madera out there.
Wilkinson becomes the first Kahawk into double digits. He has 10. And that's a nice poke out of there by Nick Horace. He'll come up with a head of steam and can't get it to finish all the way. KJ gets the rebound, put back up, still not in. Another rebound by KJ, and he has the ball taken right out of his hands by East St. Louis. They'll throw it up quickly. Here is Scott. Scott comes down and then pulls back out. And another picked off pass. Turnover once again for East St. Louis, and that one's knocked out of bounds, and Collinsville will get to keep it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be a foul.
Collinsville having trouble in the paint. We're going to have to convert on some of these layups, and nice steal there. Nicky Cotton, Tony Horace.
Terrell Scott picks up his first foul. Each team now has one, and to the free throw line, it is Nick Horace looking for his first point tonight. And Nicky, 7 of 11 from the free throw line this year, and that one rattles right out. Swooped right out, more like it.
Yeah, he looks a little gassed. It's I'll tell you what, people just don't understand what an athletic game it is to play against each other. Our guys have been playing against them since they've been little, and it's just a faster game, you know.
Deneen Rucker checks back in for the Flyers. Horace looking to make this last shot, at least he does. And Collinsville has this back to within 8. 3:10 left to play here in a very fast-moving third quarter. Here is Rucker. Brother not out there, so now you can only pay attention to his last name. Rucker. Oh, that was almost picked off again. Nice read there by KJ, but
KJ's been doing that since third grade, man. He's got some acceleration. You want to talk about athletic. KJ is athletic.
Oh, yeah, he plays wide receiver for the football team. I believe he's the record holder in the triple jump, I think.
High jump
for
underclassmen, and he tripled. I think he's a hurdler. I don't know. High jump is his best event.
Yeah, well, he does a sport in every season.
He is certainly an athletic young man and a great young man.
There's a big shot by Robinson from three-point land. That comes right to Nick Horace. So Collinsville pulls down another rebound, and now the Kahawks looking to turn it into points. Here is Horace. Down to 2.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Over to Thorpe's Watts up underneath. Remar didn't have any room to move, and thinking about passing it over to Chambers, but I think
Remar was surrounded by the Twin Towers.
Yeah, he was.
And he knew what was going to happen if he went up with it, so he tried to dish to Chambers. I think it's a little miscommunication. Here comes East St. Louis up 8 points.
There's Rucker. Over to Rich. Back to Rucker. Gives it up for Robinson. Over this way for Brown. Brown gives it back to Rucker, and around the horn we'll go back to Robinson. Robinson, top of the key. No look pass, almost cost him again. Despite the diving try by Horace. 3-point shot, no good. Who wants the rebound? It's going to go out of bounds, is it? Nope. Nice. Oh, a timeout called just as Robinson got his hands on that ball. 60-second timeout, they say. We'll step aside for that long as well, and we're back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. Plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Inbound pass comes in for East St. Louis. Rucker with it over to Brown. He almost dropped that hot potato as well. That potato's been in the oven for a long time, as hot as it's been around here.
It is smoking hot.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Here is Robinson. Dumps it off for Brown. Brown skirts underneath the baseline. Gives it up for Rucker. Rucker's shot, no good. Rebound popped up into the air and off the back of the backboard. And Collinsville will get that ball back.
Yeah, we were just saying over the break, as far as the over-under's concerned, I would have taken the under here, and the over probably a better bet, huh?
Yeah, I would have thought we would have been higher than 54 total points as we approach the end of the third quarter. Here comes Collinsville. Here's Nick Horace. Putting on a little pressure in the backcourt are the Flyers now. They get it up to Thorpe's Watt, who gives it back to Horace. At the midcourt stripe, he'll travel over to the left wing into the left corner for Wilkinson. Wilkinson thought about going baseline, but he was fouled before he could actually move. And this one is going to go against Daneen Rucker with Dineco. Dineco Rucker is in there as well, so both the Rucker boys are in there. Only the third foul in this second half, for both teams combined. One for Collinsville, that was the second one for East St. Louis, and that one rattles for Nick Wilkinson.
Jake Wilkinson.
What did I say, Nick? I was looking at Nick Horace's name.
Jake Horace, Nick Wilkinson.
Getting ready to comment
Tony
that he only
Cotton.
has 1 point.
We don't know. It's number 20, folks.
Yeah. Over to Rich. Back to Robinson. Over to Rucker. Rucker.
Oh, close.
Almost picked that one off, did Wilkinson. And now underneath, a shot by run of the Rucker boys, and a tip in. I believe that was Rich.
That was a third chance again for East St. Louis, and they're coming out with pressure.
Yeah, they are. All kinds of backcourt pressure. If you can break it, you can get some wiggle room up front. Across the line it goes to Wilkinson, who gets it to Thorpe Watt in front of his own bench. Now at the slot area and back to Remar. Wilkinson into the perimeter. Dribbles, free throw line. Underhand pass to Horace. Over to KJ. Inside, baseline, nowhere to move for Chambers. Kicks it back. Oh, why didn't he shoot it?
Tony, he's not looking for the three tonight.
He's not. There is Wilkinson. We're down to 10 seconds left here in this quarter. Here is Wilkinson. Dribbles, drives, almost lost control of the ball. Now it's on the ground, and at the buzzer, a shot, and the buzzer never. Oh, that was off the scoreboard. 33-25. Collinsville held to 5 points in that third quarter, and we're back to tell you all about the fourth quarter in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com.
Back once again at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We have entered the fourth quarter. Collinsville trails by 8. Each team held to single digits in that third quarter. Collinsville only scored 5, while the Flyers rang up for 8.
Yeah, Collinsville just hanging around, right? I mean, neither team playing great basketball. Jake Wilkinson is really, I think Jake and Zach have really held us in this game, and Remar too, with Remar's buckets in the paint, Zach's rebounds, and Jake shooting well. So we'll see what this fourth quarter brings here at Virgil Fletcher.
You would have told me we would have played 3 quarters and Nick Horace only has 1 point. I would have said, what's wrong with him? Rebound, no good, and a foul coming up against Collinsville. And that'll send Rich to the line, and the guilty recipient of this foul is Remar, his first.
Yeah, not a lot of fouls today. Good disciplined basketball. For some reason, Nick's playing smart basketball. He's kind of the general, but he's just not looking to shoot tonight. And, sometimes that happens.
Rich at the free throw line, hits the first one, and Rich came in at 78.6% from the line, so he doesn't miss from there very often. Remar will go to the bench.
He reminds me of Jordan Goodwin. I mean, maybe not as good, but just a big, thick, tall kid. Shoots the ball well. He's got a good presence on the court. He's an impressive young man to watch.
Hits both of his free throws. And that makes it a 10-point game once again, 35-25. We're in the fourth quarter. 7 minutes and some change to go. Here is Weisinger.
Full court pressure.
Well, that one's blocked, and Weisinger lucky to get it back. Now he's lost it. And
10 seconds.
Too much time in the backcourt will turn into Collinsville's 12th turnover.
Yeah, Jamori, he looked to get the ball to Horace, but then he mishandled it, and too much time, so here come the Flyers with a 10-point lead with 7:30 left.
Rucker over to Rich, and Rich back to Rucker. It's the Rich and Rucker show.
Hey, St. Louis playing a very patient half-court game, which isn't something you normally see out of them.
Rucker boys play catch for a minute. Now Robinson gets in on the fun, and Nicky Horace wouldn't let him move anywhere near that baseline. Here is Rich. Kind of uses that elbow to get a little separation with Horace, and now a three-point shot, no good. And the rebound falls out of bounds, so that is the 8th turnover for East St. Louis. Collinsville will get the ball back, trailing by 10. 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 4.
Yeah, Nick Horace doing a good job on defensive side of the game, though, holding Rich to only 8 points here, I believe.
Rich,
right?
Nope. He has 13.
Oh, I'm looking at the scoreboard wrong.
It's kind of hard to see from this angle, isn't it?
Oh, yep, looks like an 8. That's 13. Well, at any rate, that's still pretty good defense.
Yeah. Over to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Horace into the corner. Near side for Chambers. Back to Nicky for three. There you go.
There he is. There he is. That's what we need out of Nicky Tony.
So we know he can do it. Let's hopefully he can do it a little bit more. Here is Rucker back out front for Rich. Over on the far side, Robinson. He'll try to answer with a three of his own. No good. And there is Nick Horace with a rebound for Collinsville. Jayhawks bring the ball back up. Nice behind the back dribble by Horace. Over into the corner. Weisinger for three. Oh, rattles won't fall. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. They bring it up. Here is Rich. A little underhand fingertip toss off the glass. Good for two. Robinson now at 7 points.
Yeah, man, you hate to see that ball not fall. That was on point for
Sure
Weisinger. And again, a 5-point turnaround.
There's a big fast pass underneath the basket to KJ. Now to Weisinger. Now to Horace. Horace well out of the perimeter as we approach 5.5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Chambers in the paint. Turn around off the glass. Good for two.
Man, big, strong move by number 44, junior Zach Chambers to bring Collinsville within 7 again. We keep hanging around, Todd.
We do.
You know, it's all you can ask right now in a game like this.
Here is Rich. He'll get the ball in front of his bench to Rucker. Rucker bounces the ball over to Robinson. Into the corner now for Deneen Rucker. Back out to Robinson. Over to Deneco Rucker. Back to Robinson. He'll launch a three from there. That one kips across the rim as well. Rebound belongs to Collinsville. Jayhawks bringing it back up, trailing by 7. Here is Horace, has that ball knocked out, and that'll belong to Collinsville.
Yeah,
5 minutes to go.
Credit KJ Thorpe-Swat. He boxed out nice on there to, we've done a much better job on the boards here this half. So here comes Wilkinson. Looks like Remar's going to check in the game, probably for Chambers or KJ. I don't know. Nicky Horace needs a break.
Yeah, Horace needs probably a rest and a drink.
Yeah, for sure.
Inbound pass comes in from Wilkinson. He gets it to Weisinger. Weisinger in front of his bench gives it to Wilkinson. Over into that far side corner. He'll drive baseline, and a foul coming up. That one looks like it's going to go against Rich. Nope. Going to go against one of the Ruckers.
It'll be the third team foul for the Flyers with just under 5 minutes to go. That'll give Collinsville the ball out at the baseline.
Who'd they give the foul to?
I'm not sure.
Well, he only used one hand, so it was either a 2 or a 3, but I couldn't tell from this far away what it was. Okay. There's Weisinger 3. There you go.
Man, big shot by Jamori Weisinger. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point ball game,
Sure
Todd.
is, man. I'm telling you what. This game is crazy. All right,
is.
Here we go with Falconer. Another 3-point try from Robinson. No good. Nothing but Jayhawks there. What?
I think they said it hit the back of the backboard. Maybe.
All right, that'll work.
I don't know. It might have hit the shot clock. Is that considered out of bounds?
I think so. Okay, that was Deneco Rucker who picked up that foul. I would think so.
Full court pressure by the Flyers.
Part of the poll. Collinsville trying to break that press. And here is Weisinger. He will come across the timeline in plenty of time. Wilkinson now with it. Right at the edge of the midcourt logo. Underhands to Thorpe's Watt. Wow,
Oh, no.
What did he do? Was he expecting? He was expecting Remar. He was expecting Remar to go, and Remar didn't go.
He kind of misfired.
Yeah. Into the corner it goes. Near side, Falconer. Back out front for Rich. Halfway through quarter number 4. Only a 4-point game. Another 3-point try by East St. Louis. They can't get
It's
it.
over the back.
We're going to have a jump ball called. Jayhawks have the possession arrow, so that'll end up going as a turnover for East St. Louis. And Collinsville will get the ball back.
Here comes Nicky Horace back into the game. Remar's going to take a break, so we're guard heavy. Now we had a big lineup in. Now we're going to go guard heavy, which is smart with East St. Louis pressure in full court.
Here is Horace after the inbound pass. He gives it up to Weisinger. Weisinger, one dribble, back over to Horace, who gives it back to Weisinger. Quick pass, Wilkinson in the paint, and good for 2.
Yes, sir. Jake Wilkinson in the paint brings Collinsville to within 2 with 3:30 left. Here come the Flyers.
37-35. Flyers lead by 2. Collinsville has never led in this game. Trying to hold on here and make a big comeback win. Over to Rucker. Rucker Out front now once again for Rich. Rich will give it up to the other Rucker. That is Daneko. Over to Rich. Rich tries to enter the perimeter. Spin move, turn around, jump shot, no good. Rebound belongs to Chambers. Collinsville with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Here is Nick Horace. Comes across the timeline right at midcourt. 3 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Over onto the far side wing for Wilkinson. Wilkinson, top of the key for Weisinger. Weisinger to Thorpe's Watt, back out front now for Horace. Horace. In front of his bench to Wilkinson. Wilkinson trying to dribble his way out of there.
All over him.
All
Come on,
over
Blue.
him. Yeah, there you go.
There it is. We got it.
I think he called a timeout.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Okay.
Timeout called on the floor. We'll step aside as well. Back in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game. And go Kahawks! Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet. It's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
Back here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium, we got a good one going on here. 37-35 in favor of East St. Louis. Collinsville, they have possession of the ball, and they have it in their offensive zone with 2:44 left to play here in quarter number 4. Inbound pass being triggered by Wilkinson into the corner for Weisinger. Weisinger looking around, and now he brings it out of the corner.
And they're playing pressure D, Todd.
Yeah. Over to Horace. Horace has Falconer in front of him. Now Wilkinson with it on the right wing. Top of the key for Chambers. Onto the left wing for Horace. Horace, top of the key. Weisinger for three. Oh, won't go. Chambers.
Here comes
Rebound.
Chambers.
Turnaround.
Foul.
Can't get
there
it. Foul.
Is. Man, big Zach Chambers just owning the boards as of late, and earns himself a chance to tie the game from the free throw line.
Chambers 1 for 2 from the charity stripe tonight. He'll have a 2-shot chance here from the free throw line. First one's good.
Big lefty Chambers has a chance to tie it with 2:13 left.
Next shot on the way, and that one won't go. Rebound belongs to East St. Louis. Collinsville trails by 1. Flyers, they bring the ball up court. Here is Falconer. Falconer over onto the far side now for Deneen Rucker. Rucker gives it to his brother Daneko. Back over to Rucker. Rucker number 1 to Rucker number 2 to Falconer.
Collinsville in a 2-3 defense. They made that switch here in the second half.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Here is Rucker with it once again. Rucker.
Collinsville
Bounces
extending
it.
that
Nice.
2-3 zone.
Oh, ball comes loose. East St. Louis gets it. Now a foul going to be handed out to Nick Horace. And that's actually not a bad foul to take.
No, because you're preventing a layup.
Yeah.
Collinsville extended that 2-3 zone, and our big center, Zach, actually goes in to knock that ball away.
Non-shooting foul, so it's
We've
going to be
got
an
fouls to
inbound.
give.
Yeah,
We've got
do.
fouls to give.
Both teams do, actually. 4 for East St. Louis, 3 on the board for Collinsville. Here is Rich. Rich over on the right wing. Back out toward midcourt now for Rucker. Back over to Rich in front of his coach, Mark Chambers. Back over to this side now for Falconer and back out to Rucker. They'll keep it on the outside of the perimeter, looking to waste as much time as they can. Coming up on 1:20 to go here in this fourth quarter. 1-point contest between East St. Louis and Collinsville. Here is Falconer. Falconer, top of the key, gives it up to Rich. Rich, back out to Rucker. Going to have to pressure these guys, make them do something with it.
Well, Collinsville's extended their 2-3 zone, but East St. Louis being very patient. I mean, they've burned 40 seconds off the clock, and they're just passing the ball around here.
There is Rich underneath. That's off of East St. Louis hand. Oh!
No, I think it was off KJ.
All right. I saw 2 sets of hands go up, but I could always see the guy in the orange.
But that's what East St. Louis is going to do. If we extend that zone, we've got to be careful to make sure we pull back to not give up a layup.
Timeout called by East St. Louis. So we will step aside as well as soon as they tell me how many seconds it is. 30-second timeout. Back in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great additions to the Collinsville landscape. Next to the Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, Herald Square is a new outdoor multi-use event space in Collinsville. Concerts, fun and games, farmer markets, and so much more. Herald Square, a great space for Collinsville's future. And, just off the square's turf, Cold Herald, old-fashioned scooped ice cream gelato, house-made recipes, and premium-sourced product. If you're over 21, ask about the good stuff at Cold Herald. Watch Collinsville grow. Herald Square and Cold Herald, two great new additions, only in Collinsville, Illinois.
Back here at Collinsville High School, Todd Duke and Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Couldn't ask for anything more between Collinsville and East St. Louis, could you?
Man,
1
what
point,
a wild
under a minute
game.
to go.
You know, we said earlier, Collinsville keeps hanging around. We go to that 2-3 zone. It's really disrupted East St. Louis. We start hitting some shots. Chambers on the boards. Nicky comes up with a big three. Jamori hits a big three. All of a sudden, we got pins and needles here, baby.
You ain't kidding, man. 56.5 seconds to play here in this fourth quarter. 1 point advantage for East St. Louis. Flyers had a 10-point lead after one, a 5-point lead after two, and an 8-point lead after three. Collinsville has never led in this game.
I think Collinsville wants to avoid giving up a layup here. We want to make East St. Louis beat us from the perimeter. And if they get the ball in the paint, I just say foul, don't let them score, and make them earn it.
Got fouls to give, as you mentioned. Rucker inbounds to his brother. And here is Rucker back to the other Rucker in front of his own bench. Deneen back over to Deneko. Deneko, he gets the ball back.
The Collinsville spread out.
They're double teaming, and is that a foul or another timeout? That's another timeout. We will take another timeout. Do we need to take another timeout? I don't know. We'll take another timeout, I guess. Why not? We'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahok Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Back here at Collinsville High School once again. 37-36 remains our score. 1 point lead advantage East St. Louis. As we have 42.8 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter. Inbound pass being triggered by Deneko Rucker. Rucker, he gets it into Rich. Rich back to Rucker. Throws it over to his brother. Over here on this near side, that was Falconer. Now they get the ball to Brown, and KJ is going to get called for a foul.
Got caught up in the air. I mean, we've got one to give. You don't necessarily want to give it away, but
each team now with 4.
He just went for the ball fake and got up in the air.
Yeah.
So
no shooting foul, so Collinsville will just bring it in as Robinson checks back in for East St. Louis, and the 6'8" Demarion Brown will head back to the bench. Inbound pass once again being triggered by Deneko Rucker, right underneath where we're located. And almost out of bounds, and now we're going to have another foul handed out. This one's going to go to Wilkinson.
Well, now that's too many. I mean, it's not too many yet, but I mean, that's more than you want to give up, because the last thing you want to do is put them on the free throw line. We got one more to give before a bonus situation.
His second, Wilkinson has 2, and KJ has 2. Everybody else that has a foul just has 1. Inbound pass again, comes out, almost picked off.
Oh, he's out of bounds!
Out of bounds. Collinsville gets the ball back with 30.8 seconds to play.
Oh, baby. Look for East St. Louis to pressure the ball. Here comes Remar. Here comes number 20, Cameron Boone for East St. Louis.
Bringing in the 6'10" kid, eh?
Well, why not, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I was going to say they had too many players on the court there for a minute. You can't get a 2-minute penalty for too many men on the court.
A lot of pushing and shoving down there.
Yeah.
Referee's going to shut that down.
Referee's going to take care of that right now. Wilkinson, he is in charge of the inbound pass. Right here on this near side sideline. And he gets it into Chambers. He gives it back to Jake. Into the backcourt it goes for Weisinger. Weisinger brings it across the line. Now Coach Lee wants a timeout. Oh, no, he's going to call a foul. Foul on Falconer. Now each team with
Now
5.
we want a timeout.
Now Collinsville does want a timeout. They want to draw up a plan to put that winning bucket in there. This is a 60-second timeout, so we'll step aside for a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the Event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. Todd Duke, Dr. Chris McCluskey with you. Glad that you're with us. And I'm sure you're not disappointed, right? This is a whale of a game we got going on here.
I don't know what more you could ask for.
I don't know either.
Collinsville has a chance. You just hope. Gosh, I don't know what I hope. I hope we win.
Yeah, that's pretty much the hope right here, too. All right, inbound pass will come in front of the scorer's bench, and it'll be triggered by Nick Horace. Horace into the backcourt for Wilkinson. We are down to 20 seconds left. Here is Wilkinson. Gives the ball to Horace. Horace gives it up to Weisinger. Weisinger, top of the key, trying to make his move into the perimeter. Turns around, takes the shot. Good for 2! Timeout called by East St. Louis with 6.6 seconds to go.
He shot it too soon.
Collinsville has their first lead of this game.
Wow. The tension builds, 6.6 seconds left. Jamori makes a nice shot, but that leaves East St. Louis with 6.6 seconds left. Look for McCaleb Rich.
They got to bring the ball all the way down court, so yeah, I would say you're going to have to give it to Rich. Rich is your guy. He was the one who streaked down the court against Rockford East and got the winning layup as the buzzer sounded.
We do have a foul to give. That's important.
Yeah,
so if we can somehow keep them past half court, burn 2 or 3 seconds, and then foul, that would be a smart move out of the Kahawks.
Yeah, one foul will give them 6, and then the next foul would be a shooting opportunity for East St. Louis. So you got the one to give up.
And you can bet Coach Darren Lee's making sure they understand that and know it. I mean, that's a huge advantage to have, Ryan. And just think if we hadn't given up 1 or 2 of those fouls earlier.
I know.
If you have 2 or 3 fouls to give, game over. But here we are.
Yep.
Tension builds. Collinsville Kahawk fans are on their feet here at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. The Kahawks take the court.
Last win for Collinsville over East St. Louis was in the 2020 regular season finale, 56-52. Rayshawn Taylor had 24 points and 12 rebounds in that game. Kedrian Jones had 21 points and 9 rebounds.
Collinsville's going just half-court pressure here.
Well, they put seconds back on the clock, too. 8.2. Here is Falconer.
He
walked. He was backwards. Shot, no good. And the buzzer sounds. Collinsville wins. 38-37. How about that? Come from behind win. Didn't have a lead until you took the lead with 6 seconds to go.
Oh, baby, Todd. We saw a gym tonight. Credit Jamori Weisinger. He struggled all night, but he puts the ball in his hands and he gets a game-winning shot. Good for that young man.
Man, oh, man, what a game this was. And East St. Louis has got to be beside themselves. They led this whole game until that last shot and had a chance to win it at the buzzer, but Rich's shot hit the front of the rim and bounced out. Well, Collinsville knocked it out of bounds as the buzzer sounded.
This has huge conference implications. I mean, big time with East St. Louis, Belleville East, and Collinsville are going to be vying for this conference, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a huge conference win for Collinsville.
Well, hope you enjoyed it, sir.
Oh, I did. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. Dr. Chris McCluskey, everyone, we thank him for being with us. And we have a post-game show to get to, and that will come your way next on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petrov Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petrov Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petrov Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrovtrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petrov Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
The Collinsville Daily News, the new online source for everything newsworthy in and around Collinsville. This news source is designed to be the heartbeat of the Collinsville community and is owned and operated by members that live in this area. The Collinsville Daily News generates their revenue with local support from the community in which they serve and from advertising. They do not charge to read their content, so you'll never run into one of those annoying paywalls. Not only that, but the Collinsville Daily News offers free classified advertising. You have items you want to buy, sell, or trade? It's free to post. Wedding or engagements announcements, as well as obituaries, all free at collinsvilledailynews.com. Plus, they have the content that matters most. Collinsville news you need to know, coverage of Kahok sports, and a keen eye on city news. The Collinsville Daily News also has an event tab that allows you to find out what is going on in and around the region for you and your family, the heartbeat of the community. helping readers make sense of an increasingly chaotic world. Check them out at CollinsvilleDailyNews.com, on social media sites Facebook and Instagram. The heartbeat of this community is the Collinsville Daily News.
Once again, we welcome you back to a very jubilant Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium after a whale of a basketball game here between Collinsville and East St. Louis as we try to await Mr. Eric Anderson to come out of the locker room. No one's come out of that locker room yet, so I'm sure they're all still celebrating in the locker room for Collinsville. So here's how it went down. Collinsville, they trailed by 10 after one quarter of play. East St. Louis had a 15-5 lead. Collinsville trimmed that back down to 5 after the Cahoks outscored the Flyers in that second quarter, 15-10. A third quarter that was very low scoring. East St. Louis outscored Collinsville just 8-5 in that third quarter, and the Flyers had an 8-point lead as we went into the fourth quarter. But oh, what a fourth quarter it was. Collinsville and their defense held East St. Louis to just 4 points in that fourth quarter. They outscored the Flyers in that fourth quarter, 13-4. None bigger than the 2-point game-winning basket by Jamori Weisinger with 8.2 seconds left to play to give Collinsville their one and only lead in this contest. And it happened, it mattered when it needed to matter the most, 38-37, the final score. Leading scorer in this contest belonged to Collinsville, Jake Wilkinson, with 14 points, puts him over 100 points on the year. After that, Weisinger with 8 points, Remar and Chambers with 6 each, and Nick Horace ended up with 4. 13 each on the losing side. Michaela Britch and Demarion Brown each had 13. Antoine Robinson with 7, 2 points apiece for McKinley Falconer and Danine Rucker. Joining us now on the other microphone is Collinsville's assistant head coach, Eric Anderson.
Hey, Todd.
How much fun is that for you guys on the bench? Is that fun at all? Not until the very end, right?
It was a roller coaster of a game. You know, we were frustrated at times. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well tonight. I mean, we knew we were going to get some good looks. I mean, we knew it, and we did. We weren't hitting. You know, I know Jamori didn't have his best shooting game, but he came up clutch in the end. But we kept battling. They just kept rebounding, and we kept telling them they're going to shoot enough to keep us in the game.
Yeah.
East St. Louis is going to keep shooting it. They're not going to hold it. We just got to keep, chipping away at it, and that's what our kids did. And we got enough rebounds at the end to give ourselves a chance to win it, and, that's what happened.
They weren't holding it until they did hold it. Down here with 2 minutes to go, they held the ball outside of the perimeter for it seems like 90 seconds, and it turns out they could have used that 90 seconds a little bit later on.
Yeah, and it's tough, and they're not used to holding it. You got to, and I say that in general to high school kids, you got to practice that. It doesn't feel comfortable for them. So unless you practice that, which I don't think they've had that situation this year yet, so it was new to them, and, going forward, that's something they'll probably practice a little bit. But, and we made some plays and got, forced a couple turnovers, and like I said, gave ourselves a chance. Jamori came up huge.
Yeah, and that play at the end of the game when Rich's shot, I could see it from my angle because it was coming right toward me. I knew it was going to hit the front of the rim. It was just a matter of who was going to get the rebound.
Yeah, and you got to get the last rebound. That's the tough one, especially against East St. Louis. They got some excellent rebounders, and we knew Michaela Rich was going to get the ball at some point. Might have traveled. He kind of lost his balance and almost fell, and he came up with it. And, he got a pretty good look at it, even though he almost traveled and collected himself, and like you said, we had to get that rebound, and we battled for it.
Yeah, defense once again, man. You held Belleville West to 2 points in that second quarter. You held East St. Louis to 4 points in the final quarter. That's going to be a tough pill for the Flyers to swallow.
Yeah, and that zone bothered them, and I'm not saying that they didn't have their great shooting night either. I mean, they had some guys that are capable of making them. They just didn't, and I think that bothered them, and it got them out of sync a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it always comes down to limiting your turnovers and being able to rebound, at the varsity level, and especially against a good team like East St. Louis. You definitely got to keep them off the glass, and Zach Chambers and Adam Remar and Khalil Thorpe-Swat, they did an awesome job just battling every possession. Those guys have played their hearts out, and, and our guards kind of found ways to score a little bit in moments where we needed a basket, and like I said, we just kept chipping away.
Yeah, you planned it like that, right? You didn't have a lead the entire game until you got the winning bucket.
Yeah, so, and Adam Remar did a nice job at points in the game where we felt it slipping away. I felt like we were able to get him the ball in there, and, he just takes his time. He's poised, and that's just some senior leadership out of the post, and he found some guys. We didn't necessarily need him to score in there. We just wanted to play through him a little bit and they started sending a double, and we kicked it, made the extra pass, and knocked down some shots.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about the JV game for a moment. 42-35, you guys fall to 1-2 on the year. Looked like a hot potato mess out there for your junior varsity team. They couldn't hold on to the ball.
We can keep talking about the varsity game if you want. I don't mind that. No, yeah, it was a sloppy one tonight. We missed a ton. I think we started out 0 for 8 from the free throw line, JV level. We missed a ton of layups. Just didn't look out of sync tonight. And then some of my guys played last night. You know, they're playing a lot of games, or they played this week anyway, and quite a few games. So, and that's the way it is sometimes. We don't get a lot of practice time. No JV teams do.
Right.
Not just us. And you don't have a whole lot of time, so you kind of put some things in. Hopefully we can get better at it as the year goes on. But tonight, yeah, too many turnovers, and there were some bright spots. We did some things that were good, but overall, too many mistakes, and to lose, I don't even know what we lost by. Was it 5?
7? Yeah, 7. Yeah.
There's 0 for 8 from the free throw line right there.
Yeah.
Make half those, knock down a couple layups, and we're right there. So just got to clean it up a little bit.
All right, so now you get to concentrate on varsity only in the Edwardsville shootout tomorrow against Ladue. What do we know about Ladue?
They're solid. They're a solid team. They run good offense, and I don't know if they played the strength of schedule we have, but they have some wins, and I think they only had one loss. They did not play tonight, so that's concerning as far as rest and legs. They were off tonight preparing for us. So we'll show up tomorrow at 3 o'clock at Edwardsville and see what we can do.
All right, sir. Thanks for the visit. See you next week.
All right, Todd. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That is Eric Anderson, the assistant coach on the varsity side and the head coach on the JV side, as a split decision here tonight. JV loses 42-35, and the big win by the varsity, 38-37. I gave you the individual numbers. Let's go through some of the team numbers. Collinsville, after trailing in the rebound department 15-10 at the end of the first half, ended up actually winning the rebound battle 20-19. Collinsville turned the ball over 13 times, but 7 of those came in the first half, so they cut down on that. And East St. Louis turned the ball over 5 times in the first half, 5 times in the second half. That equals 10. From the lines, Collinsville went 5 of 15 from the free throw line, and East St. Louis went 5 of 8. And from the three-point stripe, that was 5 of 15 from three-point for Collinsville, while East St. Louis went 2 of 14 from the three-point stripe. Free throw line, a little bit better than 5 for 15. Collinsville went 5 of 10, while East St. Louis went 5 of 8. Well, that is going to do it for us here tonight. It has been a blast and a pleasure to bring you this contest. We're back in your ear on Monday with a little girls basketball action, as Collinsville will be right here on this very court to take on Triad. And that game is scheduled to begin at 7:30, and we'll be on the air somewhere around 7:15 with pregame coverage. Big thank you to Coach Darren Lee joining us in the pregame show, Coach Anderson joining us in the postgame show, and as always, a big thank you to my partner, Dr. Chris McCluskey, joining us on the other microphone. Got to thank Zach Roseman, too. He was here in person tonight. I gave him a pen and a paper and said, hey, man, can you give me some halftime scores? And so that's what he did. So a big thank you to Zach Roseman as well. So until Monday evening, my name is Todd Duke. Everyone have a fantastic weekend.